Hi. So this year in July we went to Fiji on a service trip with Alicia's school. About 20 of them. They were all in that classroom. So travelling with a wheelchair on a plane is kind of interesting. So for Alicia, basically they take her to the gate first and they put her on the plane first. So when we went to Fiji, we got on the plane first. And how it works is I took her up to the gate in her manual chair, and then they bring an aisle chair up to the door of the plane, which is basically a narrow wheelchair that fits down the aisles, that she only just fits into, and she's like falling over. And then from there I lift her into her seat, and they take her wheelchair and they put it on last in with all the cargo and stuff. And then when we got off the plane, we get off last, so we let everyone else in front so they have a chance to get the wheelchair. When we went to Fiji, we didn't know, because we were flying into Suva, which isn't their main airport, we didn't know if they would have like a lift kind of thing to get her off the plane. And they didn't, so when we got there they put the stairs up to the plane for everyone to get off. And we were sitting there like, don't know how we're going to get off. And so when we got there, they put her in the aisle chair, and then they took her to the back of the plane, and then they were like, cool, so we've got to carry her down the stairs. And I was kind of like, well, there's not really much point of you putting her in the aisle chair, because it's probably easier just to lift you as you were. But anyway, so then this Fijian guy that works on the ground at the airport, he comes up and he's like, right. And then the air hostess was like, no, you have to ask her first if it's okay to pick her up, which was kind of funny. So then I was like, yeah, all good. So she had about 5 or 6 guys carried her down the stairs onto the tarmac, and from there they had her wheelchair that I moved her into, and then we went through customs and everything. And so one thing that was really interesting to compare was the school that we visited with Alicia's school and, university and things like that. And things you kind of take for granted, like elevators, ramps, wide spaces, big classrooms that are easy to move around in a wheelchair. And then we arrived at the school and no elevator, every classroom has steps going up into it, all the ground is different levels, all cracked, and so it was very, very interesting and very eye-opening. Yeah, and I think I got very fit on this trip because there's a lot of lifting, like getting her in and out of the bus each time we had to lift her on. But we were very lucky that we had some very nice teachers with us, and Mr. Clark in particular was very, very helpful. So by the end I didn't actually have to do that much lifting at all onto the bus anyway. And I definitely got a lot better at building and unbuilding her manual chair because it folds down. And by the end of the trip I could do it in like 30 seconds. Yeah, there was about, no, how many students are there? 1,200? 1,200 students that we were sitting in front of, and they were all looking at Alicia. Like that. It was yeah, it was. It was a really, really cool trip and really eye-opening to see all the students, or all the people there who have so much less than we do but appreciate life so much more. It was just quite eye-opening and amazing, and really cool to be able to compare Fiji with New Zealand and yeah, just appreciate living in an accessible country, I guess. Hopefully we will be back, and who knows, maybe it'll get more and more accessible as the years go on and as they continue to develop, which is kind of exciting to think we could go back in 10-20 years time and it could be completely different. Thanks for watching our video, see you next one. Woo! And remember,